Hello everybody, this is Arctic Snow Fox, and today I decided to take it upon myself to do the Fursona tag, just because I thought it looked kind of fun and interesting to do. I also thought that this might be a good way to provide some more information about my character slash Fursona Arctica. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Question 1. What is the name of your Fursona? The name of my Fursona is Arctica, full name Arctica Snow Fox, nickname Arctic. Question 2. Where did the name of your Fursona come from? It's a funny story, actually. The name of my Fursona came from a number of different things. I used to watch Minecraft videos back in my preteen years, and I watched this happy, outgoing, funny British Minecraft YouTuber called Stampy Longnose, and I basically tried to copy the style of his name. I figured his name was divided into 3 parts: the name, the adjective, and the object the adjective is describing. Since my Fursona was a fox, I went with the name Arctic because of my love of Arctic foxes. Snow was the adjective, and fox was the object that the adjective was describing, so Arctic Snow Fox. Later, I changed the name Arctic to Arctica since it gave a more feminine ring to the name, and so people would stop confusing me as a guy when playing on Minecraft servers, but I don't do that anymore. I just like the name Arctica, so I kept it. Question 3. What species is your Fursona, and why did you choose that species? My Fursona species is a fox because foxes are just such adorable, pretty, and fluffy creatures. They're also, fun fact, the fandom's most popular Fursona animal. Question 4. What color is your Fursona and why? Hair, fur, eyes, etc. Well, because my Fursona was a fox, I didn't really go super creative on the design, and I just kept the fur color as bright orange with dark brown stockings and ears with a light yellowish snout, belly, and tail tip. The eye colors are purple and blue because they're one of my favorite colors and I couldn't decide on which color to pick, so I picked both. Question 5. What is your Fursona's personality and how does it compare to your real-life personality? My Fursona's personality is actually almost exactly the same as my real-life personality, just slightly more peppy and happy and more comfortable being herself. Question 6. What is one thing you would say to your Fursona if you could meet? Thank you for letting me torture you. Question 7. What is one thing your Fursona would say if you two could meet? Twinsies! Question 8. How has your Fursona changed over the years? My Fursona actually started out as my imaginary friend. This idea was influenced by a comic strip I read from my mom's bookshelf called Calvin and Hobbes. It was a comic about the adventures of a kid called Calvin with his imaginary stuffed animal friend Hobbes. I love the idea of having a fluffy friend like Hobbes, and so my imaginary friend I created was a male Arctic fox called Arctic, with a slightly grayer than white fur coat and wore a black bandana mask thingy. Then, after elementary school, he slowly morphed into a regular colored fox and still wore the bandana. Then he kind of became my Fursona, but had to have a gender change first. And then I removed the bandana, added glasses, a gold circle necklace, and later on added a red jacket and pants and shoes. And I also made the hair on Arctic floofier and changed the snout markings and the stocking color from a more blackish brown to a lighter but still dark brown. Question 9. How long have you had this Fursona? I'm not sure how long I've officially had Arctica, but I'm sure it's probably been around 4 to 5 years. I also had her before I even knew what the furry fandom was. I probably found out the furry fandom during freshman year, which was like 2 to 3 years later. Question 10. Would you like to be more like your Fursona? I mean, sure, why not? Other than being happier and more comfortable being herself, there's not much else that's different from me and her. And there you have it! I've completed the Fursona tag. I hope y'all enjoyed that and got to learn a bit more about Arctica and the history of her existence. If you want to see more of my artwork you saw featured in this video, visit my DeviantArt profile. I'll provide a link below in the description. Have a nice day, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Ciao!